friendly, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Smith's Chiefs going up against Breeze's Saints. With that, let's get you out to the Bayou. We're standing by as our commentary team of Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thank you. We are down on the Bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New Orleans Saints. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. And partner Mark Ingram, I think he had heard the same stories we did about losing his job to Tim Hightower because of the fumbling issues. Well, his response in Week 9, 158 yards, including a 75-yard touchdown run.
He lost a key fumble at Kansas City, cost them a chance to win two games ago. Then, of course, as you just mentioned last week, sitting down early, Hightower has a big game. This was a get-right game for him. Spent some time with Sean Payton, one-on-one, and really came out ready to play. Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot down.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Dontari Poe in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Now Breeze throwing on. Now Breeze lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
As Kansas City comes back onto the field, one of those pieces is Niall Davis. And what an interesting saga it's been for Mr. Davis, Mr. Davis.
That it has, and it's hard to believe in some ways because we go back to the playoffs last year against Houston. Wasn't that Niall Davis running back a kickoff for a touchdown in a playoff game? And now this season with Kansas City, traded to Green Bay, plays in a couple of games for the Packers, not big in the numbers category. In fact, the trade ended up being rescinded because of those numbers. Then he's on to New York for the Jets for, a few hours before they end up signing C.J. Spiller. And now he's back with the Chiefs after some injuries in that backfield.
Hope he packed lightly. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
No matter what defense is called versus a running play, linebackers are telling the defensive guys up front, you take care of the offensive line, keep us uncovered, let us run to the ball, we'll make big plays. Well, that paid off there. All the guys up front, the big fellas, they controlled the 5 offensive linemen. That allowed the linebackers to see the openings, sprint through the gap, and snuff that play out in a hurry. And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. The headshots here are the offensive unit. And what about Brandon Cooks?
If he's not a 1,000-yard receiver every year he's healthy in the league, I'll be surprised. Came out of college wanting to be a pro, studied all the best receivers in the NFL before he even got to the league.
On second down, here's Breeze. He's going to wind up. It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time. Brees hooking up with Cooks. And even 40 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And a look at the defense now. They'll come out in the pistol. On second down, Ingram shreds the tackle, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. That second down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on first down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Kobe Flainer, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now here comes Kansas City. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Well, Spencer Ware, like Alex Smith, missed week 9. Ware's had a pretty good year, 511 yards so far, just a couple touchdowns, but he's been productive.
And, you know, sometimes we fall into stereotypes about players, but to me, he fits being a back out of LSU. Hard running, between the tackles, physical downfield, takes care of the football, and plays with a lot of passion.
8 yards to go here on second down. They run again with Ware. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. From the 50, it's Smith. Caught here by Conley. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. 34 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody has that ability, they want them on their team.
Chris Conley, the intended receiver, and it's second down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Out of the gun, Smith. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
They come out here in the eye. Again, Smith. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Nick Fairley, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. On second down, here's Smith. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that is going to set up third and goal. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. On the ground, this is Ware. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Spencer Ware taking it in from a yard out. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. So they went for it from the 1 on 4th and goal, and they got it done.
Is this the new NFL?
This is the new NFL.
This is the updated NFL, and I like it. I know that quarterbacks across the league have spent the entire offseason and even during the season lobbying their coaches to go for it more on 4th down. Let's go get it. Because nowadays, you've got to score points to win games in the NFL. You can't just rely on your defense to hold them.
I think the quarterbacks want to eliminate field goals inside of 30 yards, probably.
Well, listen, they have enough confidence in themselves that they can call plays and make plays that they won't need those field goals inside the 30.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Breeze to throw on second down. And Cooks has it over the middle. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
A couple of cheats there to bring him down.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, but they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Looking for his tight end Fleener. And now off to the races down the right side. Picked off by the free. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a KC touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked off that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Santos now to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
What a start in New Orleans for the rookie Thomas. He leads all rooks in both catches and touchdowns.
And he cares. Has tremendous passion for the game, passion for his craft. The last time I saw him in person, I saw with James Laurinaitis, the linebacker for New Orleans in pregame, and that's all he kept raving about, how much this guy cares, not just about the game, but about winning.
You mentioned the touchdowns, 2 of them in Week 9 in their game against San Francisco. That one goes for 24 yards. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
And there's a nice completion to Kobe Fleener, and no one can be happier than Drew Brees.
Yeah, he had Jimmy Graham for all those years, Ben Watson last year, and now coming south from Indianapolis, Fleener. And this one is incomplete. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Brees will try again on 2nd down. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now here comes Kansas City. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
It'll go as a gain of 12, and the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, so much attention in Dallas about Dak Prescott and what he's done as a rookie quarterback, and deservedly so. I don't think many people saw this coming. But when you talk with people in Dallas, they'll tell you they saw signs early after he joined the team. In fact, one of the observers told me they were having a 2-minute drill, and they were going through it, and Des Bryant caught a pass and ran the length of the field for a touchdown, but they were in a 2-minute drill trying to get work done, and Dak Prescott actually took him to the side and said, hey, you're the big dog around here, but we all need to get some work in, and the team saw that.
Wow, the rookie going to the vet.
That's pretty impressive right there, and I think it got everyone's attention early in Dallas about Dak Prescott.
Back to throw, Smith. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing again is Smith. And he's got the hook up for the first time with a veteran, Jeremy Maclin. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Jeremy Maclin as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Now the point after try for Santos. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. The touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And last Last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Breeze now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Here we go. 56, Mike, 56.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. So as they take it over, we step aside. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. A final shot before half for Breeze. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs' offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball, and then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure to just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
Here's Smith. He's going to go deep for Conley. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Murphy now to return. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
To throw, it's Breeze. It's caught left side by Cooks. Touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Cooks, 77 yards. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Caught here by Conley. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
The Saints with an extra defensive back here on 3rd on the field.
Could they blitz?
Here's Smith. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here's Murphy. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They come up with one back. That's Ingram. Here's Breeze. And he's got it over the middle. Flainer. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Breeze hands to Ingram. Muscles him off. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner, and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
Here we go. Ready? Watch tight end. Watch tight
Breeze to throw on second down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Breeze gives it up to Ingram, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
While there is no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. Left side and caught by Flainer. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Throwing on first down is Breeze. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. And they're going to speed things up here. Breeze looking to throw. And this is caught. It's the tight end Flainer for the Saints touchdown. Kobe Flainer, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Stiff-armed it. And the decision to bring it out will cost him a couple yards. He's out of bounds right around the 23. And now here comes Kansas City. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They go play action here on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. The veteran Jeremy Maclin was the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. They run it here. Where? And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Spencer Ware, 77 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. In his career, he has a spell of 10 straight seasons, 4,000 yards or more, only quarterback to do that. We're seeing more of it here in this one.
We better not take it for granted, because what we're watching, it's vintage Drew Brees, but it still is excellent.
All the yards, completions, just another play that's a feather in the cap of the great career of Drew Brees.
And wasn't he supposed to be too small to be an effective quarterback in the NFL?
Yeah, how'd that work out?
Yeah, well, his footwork, I think, really sets him apart. Remember, he was a junior tennis champion, beat Andy Roddick, the future U.S. Open champion, back when they were in the juniors. I think that footwork really helps him be the great quarterback he is now.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Into the red zone. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. If you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kobe Flater, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Saints are back within a score. It's been quite the game for him individually, a trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route, whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. And now here comes Kansas City. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Here's Smith, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And it's taken in at the 9. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. Here's Brees to throw. And he's got it over the middle. Flainer. They get 31 yards that time. And the Saints are going to get a 1st down. And quickly they get to the line. Now Brees. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you've got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in big chunks.
Incomplete on that try. And down inside the 15 he goes. And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. Fresh set of downs here.
We got three, Bob. Check it back. Hey, we waiting. Sammy. Kill. Here we go. He's crashed.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. That is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. Smith now to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. Smith now to throw, and incomplete there. A nice hit, jars the ball free, and brings up 3rd down.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays, but when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
They give him 12 yards and a 1st down.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up 1st down after 1st down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human 1st down machine? I think that fits.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Smith. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Smith to the right side, and he's got Macklin. Complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now it's Smith. And Conley's got it over the middle. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. The Chiefs going for it on 4th. It's Smith. Able to find Harris. Complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now Smith. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation. So they do get it across for the game-winning touchdown, barring, of course, something crazy happening on the kickoff.
So if we take the crazy out of it, that's the way you close a game out.
The touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for two and go for the win. And that touchdown means a decision has to be made. Do they kick the PAT and tie it up, or do they go for two and try and win it right now?
And now the decision is to go for two. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. Breeze is going to throw, and it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the fourth quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the fourth quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.